Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to NightOwl. We're down here in my potion brewing lab, my little factory, underneath the potion palace. And I've been doing some brewing lately. Lots of stuff. I got some potions brewed, and I set up the shop upstairs. I don't have all the potions that I need yet, but I do have quite a few. One thing I really need is glass bottles, which I do have lots of sand to smelt, and I do have quite a bit of glass right now. But I'm kind of saving it for the atrium, sort of. And I feel kind of bad, like, wasting it on all these potions, but I really want to get, like, a full stock of potions, like every single potion and a bunch of them, even though they won't a lot of them won't get used, but I want to get a full stock, and then basically, what gets used I can restock, and I don't think a whole lot is going to get used, so I won't have to do a lot of restocking, but I want to at least make sure that I have everything available. This is empty, right? Yeah. So yeah, I changed up the store up here. I didn't really like the way that was. I think this front part is all the same, but I put up some signs. Potions are free, donations are appreciated. Please return empty bottles. So yes, all you night owls, make sure return your glass bottles here. And if you have any potion ingredients lying around, that'd be fantastic. I do have a good stock of most potion ingredients, but I can always use more, especially gas tiers. If you happen to have tons of gas tiers, somehow, I will take them, because I think I only have 2 down there. But yeah, I changed this up a lot. I got rid of the carpet shelving that I had and the really weirdly placed chests, and put in the nice dark wood and the nice lined up chests. So I don't think I have speed. I just have speed extended and speed 2. But yeah, so like over here, it goes speed extended 2, and then you have strength extended 2. Then we have fire resistance and extended, night vision and extended. And I think I want to try and keep like all the good like the positive potions on this side. So most of these are just gonna be regular potions, though I might put in like a few splash potions or like a row of splash potions. Because I know, especially like a health potion, that'd be good for like fighting a wither. You're gonna want to quickly throw down a health potion when doing that. And why am I missing a leaf or a leave? I'll have to go get one later. But then I want to kind of save this side for negative potions. So this side will be pretty much all splash potions, or it will be all splash potions, because I don't know why you would ever need a poison potion that's not a splash potion. You don't usually go around poisoning yourself. And if you really want to do that, then, eat some spider eyes or something. But anyways, that is the Potion Palace. Pretty much set up, just still kind of working on stocking the place, but I do have a lot of the potions that are often used. Let's head over to the atrium. I want to kind of show off some work I've done here. I redid these bridges. Actually, I did this a while ago. Just haven't showed it off because I've been out doing other things. I really like how it looks. It's definitely a lot better than the acacia wood. And I really like the curve of these bridges. I think it looks nice. It's almost like roots coming out and just yeah. So still a lot of interior work, but got that done. And we have glass. We're starting to get some glass on here. This whole thing is like pretty much all of these walls and ceiling is going to be glass. The only thing that won't be is obviously behind that rock wall. Gonna make some kind of wall behind there, because glass would look weird if you just were looking at this rock wall. And then right here is going to be a wall up to a certain height. I want to put the big maps back that we originally had in the tree. I don't know if I'm going to keep them there because of frame rate issues that people would have. It definitely is very intensive on your GPU. But I definitely want to at least, I mean, that's what this spot is for. It's for maps, and I don't want to completely, give up on those maps. So I want to make them and put them up. It's just whether I'll keep them up is yet to be determined. But yeah, I'm glad I went with the cyan glass. I like how it really looks. I think it looks a lot better than the gray or light gray glass that I probably would have gone with otherwise. I like the blue tint, and it really goes well with the stone. Kind of adds a little bit of color, but it's still very, not colorful. I don't know. It's just a little tinge of color. And then we have the logo. I changed it to panes. I did have it as blocks, but panes does look a lot better. You can really see the logo a lot better, which is nice. I'll have to put another logo over there, and then it's just a matter of covering this all. Yeah, it's a big task. It's kind of a daunting task, but I know that once I actually get started, it won't be that hard. I think it will go pretty smoothly. I just need to kind of get going on it one of these days. But this episode, I want to head over to the furnace, and I want to do some stuff over there. We haven't really seen this thing in a long time. I haven't even used this thing really. I mean, I used it to make that glass there, and I finally started using it again. But I haven't used this thing in a long time before that. Now with mesa biomes, you don't need to smelt clay blocks into hardened clay anymore. And I got a bunch of silk touch picks like this one. So I have tons of stone from branch mining and from ABBA tournaments. So it's like I don't even have to cook stone. The only thing I really use this for now is glass, which I haven't needed a lot of until now. But I really love this thing. It's really cool, and I love the idea behind it. It's not my design. I tried making one of these before I looked up a design for it, and it didn't quite work out. I kind of overcomplicated it, and it wasn't working out. Wasn't working. And yeah, this thing was my third build on the server, so it's got some sentimental value. I think first one was the chicken farm, the old chicken farm, and then second was the flood farm, and then we had this thing. But what we're gonna do today is we're going to replace this redstone. Now this is something I'm kind of sad about, because this redstone is something that I designed. I came up with all this and how to fit it into this small space, and I was really excited because it was my first really intricate redstone, and it took me a while to it took me a lot of playing around with to try and fit it into such a small spot. But basically what this is a 4-way selector. I could have just had levers on each one of these, and what you do is flick one lever and then unflick all of the other levers. But that wasn't cool. What I wanted to do, and what I did do, is with this you just have to push a button and it changes it. Instead of having to mess with multiple levers or whatever, you just have to push one button and it's ready to go. And it also has feedback to tell you, which one you have selected. So I think it's really cool. But what this does is it selects between 8 furnaces being used, 16, 32, or 64. So it puts out a redstone signal either here, here or here, or it doesn't put out any redstone signals. And what it does is it powers these hoppers here, and also the hoppers up here, so that they don't pick up items. So if you just have eight furnaces selected, just like that, then we have power going all the way down. So after these first 8 furnaces, 4 on each side, the rest are powered, so you don't have them picking up any items. And then of course you can do 16, which starts the power, 8 furnaces down right here. Then you have 32 that starts it down here. Yeah, right here. And then if you have 64 furnaces, there's no power. And all of the hoppers are able to pick up items. And the reason I did that was to kind of save people on fuel. I actually like wrote these things wrong, because I said greater than a stack, greater than 2 stacks, greater than 4 stacks. It should actually be like multiples of 4 and multiples of 8. Because what happens is if you have 64 furnaces, and this is going off of coal too. So 64 furnaces, the least amount of coal you can have is 1 piece per furnace. And each piece is going to smelt 8 items. So if you have 8 items in each furnace, that's 8 stacks of items that the furnaces will smelt. So that means if you have 8 stacks, then you're going to want to use 64 furnaces, and you'll be using basically as much fuel as you would use if you only had 1 furnace, but it will get done 64 times faster, so it's a lot nicer. But if you had like 12 stacks, you wouldn't want to use this. You would want to use this one, because then it would be a multiple of 4 stacks, which means that you have 32 furnaces, and if you had this one selected, that'd be 3 coal per furnace, and then you would be able to smelt 4 stacks 3 times. But yeah, so that's kind of how that works, and how those should be selected so that you don't waste fuel. I do actually try and keep this thing filled up, or I used to. I've started trying again. There's why is there eggs in here? That's not supposed to be in there. Someone's making a mess. I wonder if a chicken got in there and was laying eggs, or if someone actually put eggs in there. If someone put eggs in there, that's not cool. And those just picked up items from me breaking stuff. But yeah, it looks like blaze rods are in there now, which is nice. I used to try and keep this filled with blaze rods, but the blaze farm kind of broke, and so I haven't used that in a while. But I think, yeah, all of these have lots of charcoal in. I went to the tree farm and just chopped down a bunch. Whoa, hey creeper. What are you doing here? Whoa, where'd you go? I don't like that. There you are. Hey, buddy. Get out of here. I wonder where he came from. But what was I saying? Oh yes, I went to the tree farm and chopped down a bunch of dark oak wood one day, and just filled this thing up with charcoal. And so it's pretty filled up right now, and I do want to try and keep it filled up. That way people don't have to worry as much about fuel. But anyways, what I was talking about originally is that this thing is let's put these eggs in here. This redstone is outdated. Before I used this for a 4-way selector, the way I did this was I had 4 RS NOR latches, which are just like they're toggles that can only be reset on one side, I guess. I guess that's kind of a good way to explain that. I don't know. It's an RS NOR latch. So it's a resettable latch, I guess. You can trigger it and it flips the latch like that one is flipped, and then you can reset it using a certain by powering a certain block. And so what I had here was, first of all, you have the buttons, and I had to carry all the signals away, and then split them up a bit. And it goes up these slabs. Oh, and this is the first time I ever used slabs too in Redstone, which was an interesting experience. Learning some very technical redstoning. But anyways, it carries the redstone up, and then powers this block here, which flips the latch, and then it also powers this line down here. These are powered all the time, and it gets inverted and brought down. And then when this gets powered, it sends a pulse through and actually resets all of these RS NOR latches. So it powers, excuse me, it powers that line, resets all the RS NOR latches, and then it switches, or it toggles one of these latches, which then leaves that one on, or kind of turns it back on, I guess. And then also I have the slabs up here and over here. These were kind of tricky to make fit together, but it just brings the signal up here and then gives you the feedback as to which one's on. But this is now outdated since we are in the snapshots, which is really exciting, but kind of sad to see this redstone go. So now, that's a 4-way selector. Now a different way to make a 4-way selector. A better way to make a 4-way selector. What just happened? What just happened? Where'd it go? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I got disconnected from the server or something, I don't know. Minecraft was weird. But anyways, now what you can do to make a 4-way selector, actually you can make anywhere from a 1-way selector, which I don't know why we would do that. That means that it's pretty much always on. So a 2-way selector, which is like a lever, all the way up to an 8-way selector. And how you do that? Arrow, let's use that. Comparators now read a signal off of item frames. So the signal changes based on rotation, and we now have 8 different rotations. So that means you can grab the signal off of here, and you can have basically 8 different settings or something to a mechanism, and they can all be controlled or all be selected through this one little input, which is awesome. Very cool. And so we're going to implement this new feature in our little furnace here. So let me clean all this up, get this all cleared out, and then we will get this new thing installed. Alright, it's all cleaned up. So how I'm gonna do this, let's get our item frame down, and I think I'm gonna put it right here. So we'll have item frame right there, and then behind it we shall have, yeah, that should work, comparator. Where's the comparator? There we go. Don't need that many, but oh well. Comparator, yeah, there we go. And then we need 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not a problem there. Should work. It's gonna be kind of hard connecting the stuff to there, or to all of these, because I need to connect one to here, one to right here, and then one to that one. So I might need to move some of these wires around, which isn't a huge deal. Alright, and then let's see, well, we need to pull a signal off of this redstone. And I'm trying to think if I want to do it. I need 4 options. So I can either do like option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. Or I can do option 1, 2, 3, and 4. So either horizontal and vertical, or use the diagonals. And I kind of want to use the diagonals. And that might actually make things a bit easier because I wouldn't have to have this one here. Because I'd pull off a signal here, 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 or there. Whoops. Too fast. Well, let's put some repeaters down. So I can do like there. Whoops. I think it's just one tick. There, there, and there. And that's all I would really need. And then we can do that. And then put a block above this. And then another repeater off of here. And redstone off of here. And then cobblestone. And then another block off of there. We'll need torches off of here. And just like that. And then we can pull our signal. Let's see, we can pull it off of here. So what this does is basically if the signal strength is strong enough, it will power this block, power the repeater, and it will turn this torch off, which will turn that torch on. But if it's too strong, then the signal will reach up here, power this block, power the repeater, and then it will power this block, which will turn this torch off. So like if we turn it to the next one, then the signal is strong enough to power this block and this block. So even though that torch is off, this torch is also off because it's getting powered. That block is getting powered. Whereas this one is just the right amount, and so it is going through there. And then basically if you have it in between the settings, it's not going to power anything. Which is alright because that's not one of the settings. Alright, so pretty simple design, a lot easier than what I had before. Now it's just a matter of bringing the signal back to these 4 places. And actually, this one we don't even need. I just realized. Because the 4th setting will be using all 64 furnaces, which is basically means that we don't send any power to them. So technically, if you went like that, it would be selecting 64 furnaces, even though like this will be like what I put as, you know, that's what 64 furnaces is. But let's see, so this last one needs to connect to here, which I'm not sure if I want to. Let's see, what would be the best way to do this? Or maybe it'd be easier to make this one 32 furnaces. So that means that this would be 32, this would be 16, this would be 8, and then this would be 64. I think that it'd be kind of counterclockwise, and it would start down here. But I think that will make this redstone a lot easier. Because then what I need to do, I suppose I can't even put it there though, because that's gonna power it. Let's see. Let's actually put this torch on this side. And then we can... could we put it there? The redstone there? Nothing else is gonna power that, right? Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we can put it here. And then just connect that up. Does that have enough power to go all the way down here? It doesn't. So we just need to put a repeater in here. And that solves that. There we go. Not a big deal. So that one's connected. We don't need this. And that should work. And then we need to connect this one to this signal. So if we brought this, let's see. I don't really want to, I suppose I could just do that. And then if we brought this down here and then back up like that, that's not, it's not gonna work there. It would work here and then bring that down. Kind of a messy wire. Let's see. It kind of sucks that you can't just put it like, I suppose, no, I can't. No matter what, I'd have to have it like at that level. But then I'd have to have this at that level, and that one powers that. So I'd have to bring it like out here if I did that. Yeah. So I could do that. And it doesn't really matter what side I have that torch on. And then this one, I can do that. And then just kind of, well, I suppose that needs to be at that level. And then I can just kind of bring this down and bring it underneath everything else. Oh, that's gonna get powered by that. So what if I did torch on this side and then put it there and then brought it down? So there, and then bring this over that way. Hey, Chad. Hello. And then that one's already kind of down. So if we actually just brought this down one more, what did I just break? I broke something. I'm not exactly sure what. I broke something else. Keep breaking wires. Okay. Yeah, so that signal goes through there. And then this signal can go right through here. All the way. And then we'll need a repeater. I like to turn things on to see where exactly I need repeaters. So that would be, wait, which one was it? Oh yeah, it was that first one. Just like that. So repeater right here. And that carries the signal. Awesome. Not bad, man. Not bad. Just redstoning, you know? One of the great Minecraft arts. So yeah, that one turns. Oh yeah, I didn't connect that yet. Yeah, that is the wrong thing. And that makes it cool. So that one, that one's all good. That's a nice zigzaggy line. And then that one turns that one on, and that turns that on. Excellent. So everything's all set. Everything should work. Yeah, I didn't save that much space. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to fit this all within, like, you know, this size of the building, which I might be able to. Because that's the edge of this furnace. It'd be nice if I could just bring that straight back. But I might just leave this outer casing as I had it. Put some lights in here so we don't have any more creepers. We really don't want creepers. Creepers are bad. Let's put a light down there. That looks kind of dark. So yeah, I think that's about everything. Everything here. I hate that so much. With the repeaters and not being able to go through. Just dumb. So it's just a matter of covering this back up, putting some signs down. And then this thing is all ready to go again. Alright, so I think I got this thing all completed. I got our selector here. I must say one thing about this design though is, you gotta kind of click through all the options. Whereas before you could just click a button. But I do like it, and I like using the new features. It's cool. It's fun to go back and like update old stuff when they get changed. But yeah, and I kind of changed the signs a bit. So now it's 64 furnaces and it's 8x stacks rather than greater than 8 stacks. So like I was talking about before, if you have like multiples of 8 stacks, like 8, 16, 24 stacks of items to smelt, then to save fuel, then you could use the 64. And if you have like 4, 8, well, I guess not 4. If you have like 4, 12, 6, or not 16, 20 stacks, then you might want to use 32 furnaces to save on fuel. Although, like, if you have a bunch of stuff, it's best to just go with 64 furnaces. And like I said, I'm trying to keep this thing filled with fuel. Also, for you night owls, one thing I would suggest is sticking to either coal, charcoal, or blaze rods. Unless you're going to actually burn through all of your fuel, which, since I'm trying to keep this thing full, you probably won't burn through your fuel. You'll burn through the stuff that I already have in there. And the reason for that is I've seen before, a lot of times people would stick planks in there. And the problem is they stick different types of planks. And you end up with like 3 different planks in there, plus coal, plus blaze rods. And the hoppers start to get kind of backed up. And so you have, problems where it's just the hoppers are too full of items and you can't pick up new items. Even though you don't have a lot of fuel in there, it's just you have a lot of different types. So yeah, I would recommend sticking to charcoal, coal, or blaze rods. Those are pretty good fuels. I might put a sign here with that, but anyways, I think that's about the end of the episode. Sorry we didn't really do a whole lot, and it's raining. Just kind of revisited our old furnace, did some simple redstone, and talked a lot, I guess. I hope that's okay with you guys. But anyways, remember to leave a like and a comment down below if you liked the video. Until next time, goodbye, peoples.